Hey y'all, so FAFSA. When it comes to FAFSA, a lot of people think that this is like the hardest document in the whole world, but it's not. Um, some tips and tricks when it comes to FAFSA: make sure that if your school is having a FAFSA night, that you guys go prepared with your social security number, with your tax information from 2 years prior to the school year you're applying to. So, for example, if you are applying to the 2021 2022 school year, then you will need your 2019 taxes. Um, so that's kind of the idea. Or like this year, if you're doing your 2020 2021, you need your 2018 taxes. So that's number one. So social and tax information. Make sure that you guys save all of your usernames and passwords for your FSA ID. There's only one. Once you create an FSA ID, that is your ID forever. So, like, if you take a break from college for a year, or 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, when you apply for FAFSA again, you're going to have to use the same ID and password to log in. Once that's out of the way, the actual FAFSA application isn't super difficult. Most of the questions will tell you where to find the answers, like the financial part of it. The first part is all demographic information for yourself and for your parents, like when they were married, if they're married, how many siblings you have, and what schools you plan on going to. You can select up to 10 universities or colleges. And that's another tip too. Don't think that just because you want to go to like a tech school, they don't accept FAFSA. They do. A lot of tech schools and like trade schools accept FAFSA. So make sure that you get that done. Yeah, and then after you fill out your demographic information, your financial information, if the student filed taxes in the tax year that they're asking for, then the student will also have to put in the tax information. If they didn't, they can skip that part. At the very end, you sign. So the student will always sign electronically. The student created an FSA ID, the thing they used to sign in with, that's what they're going to sign with as well. And then the parent can also create an FSA ID if they choose to. If they don't, because they just don't want to create an FSA ID, or because they don't have a social security number and they can't, then they can select where it says sign it another way, and it'll take you to more options where you can submit the FAFSA without a signature, or print a signature page. You will have to submit a signature no matter what, so just print the signature page, get that signed. The address to send it is on the bottom of the signature page, so make sure you write that on the envelope, or you can just Google it. You can Google FAFSA signature page mailing address, but it's on the bottom of that page. And then just have one parent sign it and then just submit it. It usually takes about a couple weeks for them to process it. Once everything is signed and done, once the signature page is printed, if you did that, make sure that you submit your FAFSA. Click where it says submit FAFSA at the very end, because if you don't, then if you forget about it and you come back to it a few weeks later, all your information might be gone and you're going to have to start all over. So make sure that no matter what, you submit your FAFSA. Whether it was signed or not. You can always go back and sign it later. Another thing is if parents created an ID in the past, so like if parents did their FAFSA like 10 years ago, more than likely they will have an FSA ID, and if they don't remember, they're just going to have to go to where it says manage my ID, and they're going to have to reset it so they can get all that information back. Otherwise, it's just going to be a pain. Again, if they don't want to go through all that trouble, they can just print the signature page and mail it if they want to do that. So I hope that was helpful for some of you. Make sure that you guys look at the blog, look at all the instructions. There's a file that I attached on there where it's like step by step, everything you need to do on every single page of the FAFSA application. And that's very, very helpful. All right, thanks guys.